Austin Lehman, and welcome to the next edition of Austin Weekend. Here with me is Dad, and we're here to review Disney's popular cartoon, Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas and Ferb, yep.
It's a story about two stepbrothers building big, huge, gigantic things.
Yeah, they're on summer vacation, aren't they? They're on summer vacation, and they just look for stuff to do, so each day they try to figure out something new to do, and they're really scientific, smart kids, so I know what we're going to do today.
Yeah. What you doing?
What you doing? Yeah. So who are the main characters? Of course,
Phineas
and
Ferb.
Okay, who's the other characters?
Candace Flynn, who's their sister and stepsister.
Mm-hmm.
Perry, who is their pet platypus.
Who is awesome, yes. Perry the platypus. Who are their friends?
Buford, the bully character.
Mm-hmm.
Isabella, kind of like
the Girl Scout? Almost like the Girl Scout, yeah.
Who has a secret crush on Phineas.
What you doing? And who's the other ones?
Baljeet.
Baljeet, yeah, he's one of my favorites. He's like the little math nerd. He's the one that Buford always picks on, but they're almost best friends at the same time, type thing, yeah.
And one of my personal favorite cartoon villains ever made. Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz.
Doofenshmirtz. Doofenshmirtz, yeah. Perry the platypus and Doofenshmirtz are like arch rivals.
They compete in the secret agency.
Yeah, Perry's like James Bond, 007, except for he's an animal. And there's other animal 00 agents throughout the world too, but he's a spy platypus. Yeah, so it's almost like two stories in one. You've got Phineas and Ferb being teenagers building roller coasters that are 3 miles high, and then you've got Perry the platypus being their pet, but secretly being a spy agent fighting
and all of that
Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
And all of that happens while Candace tries to get them busted.
Yeah. Her whole part of the story, her whole goal is to bust them with their parents for them doing stuff they're not supposed to be doing. So and she's got a boyfriend at the same time. What's his name?
Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy. Oh, Jeremy. So yeah, she's trying to have the boyfriend Jeremy. At the same time, she's trying to bust her brothers. At the same time, they're building a rocket ship to the moon. At the same time, their pets fighting the evil Dr. Doofenshmirtz. So it's a complicated show, but it all works extraordinarily well. Yeah.
The animation is top notch here. We're talking about Disney. This is no shock.
Yeah. This is definitely one of the best things Disney's done in a long time, really. As far as just straight made up story, animation, characters, this is one of the best shows they've had in a long time.
I'm thumbs up.
Who's your favorite character?
My favorite, if were my favorite character to be precise, my favorite character is by far Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz. I love his goofy nature. I love how he tries his best to take over Danville. That's where they live in.
And his brother is the
mayor
of Danville. So the evil guy's brother is the mayor. So that's a funny little twist on it. Also, he's jealous of his brother. So he's trying to take over Danville away from his brother.
And the tri-state area.
And tri-state. That's funny. And the tri-state area. Yeah. And it's comical. It's
funny.
Yeah, there's very little serious in the show, but it's not slapstick comedy. It's just real intelligent humor.
Which means there is no fart jokes here.
No, it's just not a fart joke after a dirty diaper, after a burp, after a fart joke. It's like some shows are, and that's all they live on is that. No, this is a real intelligently made, real well made
cartoon.
And again, not giving away top tens, but it's in my modern top 10. It is. It's
probably
a really good show.
This is one of the few modern cartoons I think could compete with the classic 90s cartoons.
And they've done specials too. They've done movies. They've done specials. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. They did a Star Wars special, which was just really well made. It's just good all the way around. It's sad they canceled it.
Yeah,
But
the show ran from 2007 to the early 2007, 2008, and it ran all the way to 2015 with 222 full-length episodes,
which is extremely well.
With a couple of specials and a TV movie.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, the show never got old. I think they could have kept on going with it. I think it's just...
Maybe they, according to rumors, the people behind the show wanted to cancel it, but to make sure it wouldn't get stale or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is always a good reason to cancel a show.
But it never got stale. So it's one of those shows that you wish could have just stayed on because it was really good. It never got old. It never got stale. But
the thing that made the show was the agency parts for me.
Mm-hmm. The parts with all the
agents and Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated.
Yeah. What did he always say about his? He always named his evil weapon something. The
Doofenator.
The something Nator. It was always a Nator. Yeah, Nator. The get rid of you Nator. It was always something with a Nator on the end of it. So yeah, it was just really
the
well
Invisinator.
It was always something. Yeah. And Perry always jumped in from a plane or a parachute or something, got into Doofenshmirtz, got instantly caught, and then him and Doofenshmirtz had a conversation about how everything was going and what Doofenshmirtz was doing.
And then Perry breaks
out and
agency stuff.
Yeah, and breaks out and stops Doofenshmirtz. Curse you, Perry the Platypus! Oh yeah.
I'm gonna remember those skits.
Yeah. Yeah, it is one of those shows that you will remember parts of it forever. It's one of those that parts of it stick with you.
And the show has a lot of songs in it. It's also a part song-driven show. But it only sings one song per episode. It isn't dragged out throughout the entire thing.
No.
It's just one song. And we are not big fans of musical-based shows.
No, not most of the time. I like the action comedy when it comes to cartoons or science fiction. I've got different levels of cartoons. There's slapstick comedy, which can be awesome. There's
done right.
When done right. There's regular comedy that can be just completely awesome, like Phineas and Ferb. And then there's science fiction based, which is a more of a serious cartoon, which can be really done well, like the Avatar and some of the Star Wars cartoons. So there's different levels of cartoons, and Phineas and Ferb is just a classic comedy, and done very, very, very well, very well.
Phineas and Ferb are very likable characters too.
I like the little Girl Scout who always likes him, but can't never figure out the way to say it. But she hangs out with him every single day. I love Baljeet.
And Phineas and Ferb and the gang are very interesting characters. The inventions are very cool, and they aren't really dragged out into obnoxious territories. They're there when they need to be there. They're there when they need to be there, and it's necessary. They only do it when it's necessary to the plot.
Yeah.
And they also try to give time for the Perry the Platypus, Dr. Doofenshmirtz stuff.
So I think it's good the way they mix it's almost like two shows in one. They could have just made a Perry the Platypus show where every day he just goes out and fights the evil stuff, and they could have just made a Phineas and Ferb where they just do the inventions every day. Mixing the two together lets you have two stories without overdoing either one of them. And you tell them both at the same time, so it's really, really good.
Okay, now let's hit the ratings.
All right, we'll hit the ratings. Okay, you want to explain the ratings?
1 being completely and utterly horrible
crap,
and 10 being the best thing ever, and 0
being food fight, which sucked. Okay, we always use stuff from the shows as ratings. Like our classic Kung Fu Panda, we used
dumplings.
Because he loves dumplings. So we use dumplings in that one. We've used other things in other shows. What do you want to use in Phineas and Ferb to do as the ratings?
Technology.
In Inventions.
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 Yes.
They're always inventing something.
And it's really cool what they invent.
Aren't you a little young to be building a tower to the moon?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Well, yes, I am. Okay, so one being crap, 10 being awesome. How many inventions do you give Phineas and Ferb?
9.3.
9.3. It's a really good show.
It's a great show that I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I was honestly surprised that Disney was to cancel this. I think they could have went longer with this project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I think with what it stands now, it will be remembered as a fantastic show with great characters, awesome animation, creative technology, and creative buildings that Phineas and Ferb built, and an awesome spy parts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm the same as you. Like I sort of gave it away, but it's one of my top 10 modern cartoons. And like you said, I think it could hang with some of the older cartoons, some of the 90s, 80s, and stuff like that. It could hang with it too. So I'm almost the same as you. I'm probably like a 9.5. I really like the show. I did. It's one of my one of my favorites. And I can just catch myself sitting down sometime
and just flip to Phineas and Ferb
and just flip through and say, "Hey, Phineas and Ferb's on." And it's one of those shows you can go, "Huh." Sit down. If you watch it 2 or 3 times, it don't matter. It's funny the 3rd or 4th time that you see it. So it is one of my favorites. Okay, what do we got? What do we got coming up next? We've got a couple different requests now. We're gonna do our requests first for our loyal watchers and followers. First, we have to do
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Courage Cowardly Dog for Kate.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kate. And then we also got another request yesterday to do one of the 90s shows. And it is
2 Stupid Dogs.
2 Stupid Dogs. Teresa Barnes asked for 2 Stupid Dogs. Hi, Teresa. So we're going to do a review for 2 Stupid Dogs. So that'll be the next 2 things that we do.
And we're going to share some top 10 lists.
We're going to do some top 10 lists. We've got some stuff that we want to do. We want to do sometime in the next couple weeks. Pinky and the Brain. Brain. We want to do Pinky and the Brain. We want to try to do a Star Wars special for May the 4th, because I'm a Star Wars geek.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. And then we also have some movies coming out. We got the new Captain America coming out that we're going to try to get out also. And I think, isn't there a brand new show coming out on Nickelodeon?
The Loud House.
The Loud House.
Premiering in this summer, so it'll be a ways off.
Yeah. So we're going to try, just as soon as it comes out, we're going to try to preview it for you quick, so we can let you know whether it's worth watching or not too.
Okay.
But I think that's about it, ain't it?
Yeah. And
okay.
see you next week.
Bye-bye.